Hey good people, welcome back to Beauty and the Frizz. My name is Cara. Whether you're new or returning, thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me for another day of FRIZZMAS. Today I am going to be playing with some products that were gifted to me from Zeesea Cosmetics. So if you want to just see what they are in the beautiful packaging, keep watching this video. Let me know what you think. And if makeup is your therapy and your love, if it makes you happy and you want to hang out with someone that feels the same way, definitely consider joining the community. I would love to have you back. All right, let's get started. So you guys, I have featured Zeesea Cosmetics on my channel. It was probably 2 years ago now when I first started, and I have two of the Alice in Wonderland palettes here. Zeesea Cosmetics is a Chinese brand and they are known for their beautiful, beautiful packaging. And I did not have an issue with these eyeshadow palettes at all. They're just not really color stories. I probably wouldn't really go for too much, but let me just show you the packaging of the Alice in Wonderland. This one is a collab with the British Museum. This is palette number 2, and you can see the beautiful glitter and just the beautiful detailing of the packaging. And the palette's a little beat up, but here's the color story. And I do have a video using this palette. I have all 3 of the Alice in Wonderland palettes. I actually got these from Amazon. This is palette number 1. And you can see that's the Queen of Hearts. And then here is the color story. So just really creative, and their packaging is very detailed and very, very beautiful. I know these palettes were like $35, so really reasonable as well. I was really excited when I got the email from them, and there were other content creators on the email too, and one of them was Yadi. So I don't know if she did her video. I'm not sure what she picked, but they allowed us to pick one item from their new Palace Identity collection, and then you could pick like 2 other bestsellers. So that is what I have here, and I don't know, this might be like the prettiest package palette. So let me show you the box. So here's the outer packaging, and let's just fix this lighting just a little bit. So this is what it looks like on the outside, and this is an eyeshadow palette. All right, I want to zoom in and get up close on this packaging because it is very intricate. I'm hoping my camera will stay in focus for it. Here's the outside, and you can see that it has this kind of opal finish to it, and there's like this very beautiful detailed flower. And then here it's like 2, I don't know what animals these are. I don't know if they're getting ready to dance or fight. It looks like dance. But it's really, my camera is really struggling to keep this in focus. But I think you can see just how intricate this is. It's really beautiful. This is just not something you're gonna shove in a drawer. And there's also some beautiful flower details on the outer corners of the palette. And then there's a clasp, and then when you open it, there's a bit of a glare, but there's some beautiful detailing on the eyeshadow palette. So I think you can maybe see a little bit of it, but they're just kind of like, it looks like embroidered almost like, and then they have the same 2 lions or whatever they are in the middle here, and then there's a mirror. So very beautiful packaging. It looks very like regal, very luxurious. And I will swatch this palette in just a second. The second item that I picked out was the Refreshing Silky Powder. I believe this is for normal to oily skin. It's supposed to have more of a natural, radiant finish. Now this one doesn't have the special packaging. It says Zeesea on the front, but it's still very beautiful. So you can see just a lot of iridescence in the packaging here. And then it comes with the powder puff and then the pressed powder in the inside. And then the last item that I picked out is the Living Colorfully Color Mascara. I can't remember if I picked out a color or is it just black. Let's see. Oh yes, it's black. It has a very thin spoolie. So we're gonna try these out. I'm actually getting ready for work, so I'm not gonna be doing anything too dramatic. Let's just go ahead and start with the swatches of the palette. I think sometimes the fear with palettes from Chinese brands is that they're not going to be as pigmented, but I learned from the Alice in Wonderland palettes that they are very pigmented. So this palette actually has 10 shades. I know a couple of them look the same, but they're different finishes. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna swatch 1, 2, and 3. Now the blue is a little hard to get out. So here are the first 3 shades. The blue was really tough to get out because of how narrow it is, so it didn't swatch really well. All right, so next we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, so these are the next 4 shades, and you can see that these shimmers are very sheer, very toppery. They do have some sparkle, maybe not like the sparkle that, you know, I'm used to using like with Odin's Eye and, you know, the indie brands, but we will see what they look like on the eye. I really like this shade here. And now we're going to swatch the last 3 shades. So here are the last 3 shades, and this is the entire palette. The mattes do look pretty pigmented. Again, the blue was in a really narrow pan, so it was really hard to swatch. I do like the tone of this gold. That one has a little more shine than the other shimmers. So let's go ahead and try this out. All right, you guys, so I did just prime my eyes with the MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. I'm wearing the Lisa Eldridge, no I'm not. I'm wearing the Hourglass Ambient Foundation with the Dior Concealer and the Dior Galactic Red Blush. On top of that, I have the Chanel Essential Balm Highlighting Stick, and that's all I have on. Oh, and the Gucci Bronzer. So no powder or anything like that, because we're gonna try out the powder that I picked out from Zeesea. So let's start with the eye look. I'm going into this shade with the Sonia G Classic Crease Brush. So I did want to chit chat because I decided to get a fake tree this year. You know, I don't know. Let me know, do you get real trees or fake trees? I've always had real trees, and this is like, I feel like I'm, I don't know, caving in or something like that, but I am just not for it this year. So I ordered one from Amazon. Let's hope it's good. I'll have to show you some pictures of it once we get it up. We've really waited late, and now I'm just like not for it. And plus, Christmas trees are so expensive. You made me a note? Yeah. All right, I'm gonna look. August has an invisible. Can you just come in and give it to me? He wants to slip a note under the door. Show them what you got from the book fair. He's got a note with a invisible pen. Sorry, Mom. I'm sorry for a marquee. Oh, it's okay. It's really okay. I just, you know, sometimes it's just a lot.
Is it raining?
It is raining. So we had a 2-hour delay. Anyway, we have a fake tree this year, you know. Yeah, it's pre-lit. So I'm really excited about that. You okay? And we're going to try to put it up tonight. So I'm really excited. So I can show you some pictures. It is cold.
I was wondering if I could put the plant out there.
I don't know. I'm not sure about that.
When it's warm, they haven't got any sunlight.
This looks like a lot of pigment.
Mama, they haven't got any sunlight.
It's kind of gloomy today, so, you know, but that's okay. Because that doesn't mean the sun isn't out. The sun is still out. He's got a bean plant from school.
Can I show him?
Sure. Oh, that's a nice shade right there. This is really pretty. This shade is nice. It's very nice. Okay, hold on. I'm going to keep putting this on while you show them the plant. All right, get up in there.
Do you see the beans?
Wait, no one can see that. Put it like...
Do you see the beans on the plant and the leaves?
Some people name their plants. You want to name it?
Yeah, I should name it.
I don't know what you should name it.
Extreme beans.
String beans.
Extreme.
Oh, extreme beans.
Let's name it.
That's cute. That's a cute name.
Me and Amir laughing at school.
Extreme beans from Hard Barb.
No.
Oh.
Because
the Hard Barb gave you the beans.
Someone in summer camp was named Extreme Jeans. So beans rhyme with jeans.
Yeah. That's pretty. This looks nice. I'm going to this brown here.
Do you want to touch it?
I don't want to touch it right now, only because I'm doing this. This has a lot of pigment.
Do you know the leaf makes food for the plant?
Yes, I do.
Is that a bean?
I
think this is a bean. No. Can plants shed?
Like
Like shed like an animal, like a Drika.
No, I don't think plants shed. I mean, they go through a lot of changes. Like they may come out of a shell, like if it's a seed.
Oh, Mama. I thought there was a root for a second. Can I show them the roots?
Oh, sure.
Because they're really small. Do you see the roots?
Here, like this.
Do you see the roots?
It's so cool.
Look at this one. Look, this one's kind
It's
of
like a
in
circle.
That's why
It's so awesome. Oh my God.
Look, there's some all around.
I know.
There's some everywhere. It's a lot. I see the plant going in.
I do see that as well.
Wait, can they see it?
They did see it.
No, the plant going in.
I think they did. This is blending out really nicely, you guys.
Oh, it's growing in the... Oh, it's growing. Look, it's growing right here.
It is growing, right? I'm gonna take this Angie Hot and Flashy shader brush. It's an A505, and I'm gonna see if we can get some pigment on here from this shimmer. August is having a play date with his best friend.
His name's Amir. And we're in the same class, and it has a plant like this.
Yes. So let me just show you. And I didn't spray it or anything like that. So it's just...
in here, like, all the way down.
Sure. So this is coming up better than the swatch, but it's a very, like, you know, sheer, toppery shimmer. So, but it looks good by itself. I'm not mad. We can try the gold too. Because if you don't like super, super impactful shimmers, like these would be right up your alley, but it's still like a really beautiful finish. Like, I'm not mad. I do think the gold is a little more pigmented. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The gold is definitely. No, don't lock it. You don't have to lock it. It's fine.
Why don't you be wine?
It's okay. It's okay. I'm just trying to minimize the sound for him.
I'm gonna look right here.
I think your best bet is like tapping these. So it's kind of like a, hold on. So this is definitely, these definitely work nice, like as toppers. Covered up most of the peachy type shimmer. But that's really nice. All right, let's go to the under eye. I'm happy with this look. And I think I'm just gonna go with the orange again. Maybe let's take a little bit of the brown first on the outer corner. And then we'll go into the orange. All right, that looks really good for the under eye.
Bye, guys.
Oh, you're leaving now? All right, I'll see you in a little bit. I have another flat shader brush from Morphe, and for the inner corner, I want to go into this iridescent purple shade. And again, if you want to make these pop, you can spray them. Okay, so this is the eye look, and before we finish that, I just want to try out the powder. All right, now typically I use my Tatcha loose powder. It's like a radiant powder, and I use that under my eyes and just a little bit like on my face. So I'm just using this BK Beauty 104 brush, and I'm gonna tap it off. Doesn't have a whole lot of like kick up, but I'm gonna tap it off, and I'm just gonna. So on the fingers, just so you can see, I don't want to use too much of this, but this is what the powder looks like. So it has a little bit of a sheen. I can't tell how I feel about this powder. I don't really use a lot of powder, so it's hard for me to be like a good judge on the powder because I only really use one or two. I'm seeing like sparkles in here. I think it's fallout from the eyeshadow. It has to be because there are no sparkles in this powder. So yeah, definitely spray these shadows if you don't want to have like, you know, fallout. I think this powder is probably okay. It's hard for me to tell. I'm not the powder expert. I'm just not. But I did want to try it. And let's try the mascara. I'm not really going to do any liner. Let's see. I actually like this small and narrow spoolie. I feel like it's really easy for me to get all the way to like the lash line. Now, I don't feel like this mascara is particularly like volumizing if you're looking to make your lashes thicker. But I like how this is like really grabbing and separating the lashes and just giving them like a coat. I don't mind this at all. I think this is going to be great for the bottom lashes. I do use a lash serum. I use the Grande Lash, and it's made a huge difference. But I will say I love how this small spoolie is grabbing these lashes. These lashes, my lashes. And then it's easy, like it's not clumping. It's easy for me to get the ones on the outer edges so I can like flick them out. And they have like some different mascaras. They have some that look like snowflakes on your eyelashes. I don't like all of that. And I think at one point they had some colored ones. So I like this, but I don't know if they all have this type of spoolie. So can y'all see that? Let's do the bottom and see. Yeah, you can like get right up on your waterline with this. And I like that because it's not making the bottom lashes too thick. I hate that. So again, not good for volumizing and thickening, but I do think it's good for lengthening and defining. I like this a lot. Okay, so I'm gonna go get a lipstick and then I'll be back to let you know my final thoughts about these 3 products. All right, you guys, back with the finished look, and I did pull out my Dior Addict Lip Shine in the shade Dior Tool. So this is what it looks like. Got my denim case. And I like how the look came together. So I think this is great. And I'm almost ready for work. Let's go over my final thoughts about these products. First, I want to say thank you to Zeesea Cosmetics for just allowing me to try some products from their brand. You know, I never take for granted when I'm sent something or asked to try something, and there were no strings attached with them sending me anything. I don't have a code. They just wanted me to unbox it and try it out. So I'm always happy to do that. I think this is a really beautiful palette, and I think it really just depends on your eyeshadow taste if this is something you would like to own. If you like packaging, which some people really, really like packaging, I think you would love this packaging. Again, it's very luxurious. It's not cheap looking or anything like that. And it's something that you would sit out, you know, on display. Very, very pretty packaging. And you know, if you don't, you can just put it in the box and it'll store well like that. But you're not going to be able to store this as is. That's something to consider. If you like really impactful shimmers, this is not going to be the palette for you. And if you saw my eyeshadow ranking and just the looks that I usually do, you know I like a lot of shifty, impactful shimmers. But I can also say that sometimes I don't need the sparkle and the shine and the duochromes and all of that. So this is very simple. The mattes I think worked really beautifully. Those are the strong points of the palette. They're really pigmented and you did not need a lot, and they blended really well together. I was using a natural hair brush, so I just used that one brush for all of the matte shades, and I think I was able to create a really nice look. If you wanted to try something from Zeesea Cosmetics, I don't think you would be like disappointed. You know what I mean? I just think if you like really foil metallic shimmers, indie shimmers, you're not going to get that with this palette. So you would purchase it knowing that that's not something you're going to get from these palettes. So the jury is still out on the powder. I think the real test will be when I turn these lights off and when I go into the bathroom at work to see like what my face looks like. I mean, from here, it looks fine, and it didn't really matte down the highlighter balm that I have on or anything like that. You can still see everything. So I'm not really sure about the powder just yet. My gut is that the powder wouldn't have been something that I would purchase on my own. I just have like my tried and true powders that I like. So finding a new one, I don't know. I'm not the powder expert. Let's talk about the mascara. I really like the mascara. I think the mascara was my favorite thing out of all 3 products. I just really liked that small spoolie. I have a spoolie like that on my Charlotte Tilbury Legendary Brows. I just love that because it really grabs like all of the fine hairs. And I think that that mascara is able to grab all of the fine lashes. So I like the look of the mascara a lot. I would highly recommend the mascara. I don't think the eyeshadow palette formula is anything special or anything that we haven't seen before. The mattes are not like creamy mattes. They're powder mattes and they work really well. So if Zeesea Cosmetics is on your list of brands to try, I would be for it. You know, you are getting really unique packaging. It's very detailed. Again, it's very pretty. It's luxurious. I think these mattes were really nice. You just know what you're gonna get when it comes to the shimmers. So that's gonna be it for this video. I have to get myself and these children ready for school and me ready for work. But I thank you so much for taking out some of your time and hanging out with me on another day of FRIZZMAS.
And a plant.
And the plants. I hope this was therapy for you. It always is for me. So until I see you again, make sure you are being gentle with yourself. Talk to yourself nice, stay safe, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye.